How y'all doing? So today, first of all, I want to welcome y'all to another episode of Soulja Talk the Podcast. This is episode 1. This episode, I'm going to be giving y'all my basic training experience. So, I'm going to start off, okay. I went to basic training, I'd say, like, May 2013, something like that. I went to basic training May 2013. So I say, okay, so I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina for basic training. So I started off at doing MEPS and stuff like that, did MEPS. Then they sent us to Fort Jackson. So I say the first day, I ain't know what was going on. Like, I ain't know what was going on. They was issuing us our uniforms. They issued us everything that we needed. So once they issued us everything we needed, they shipped us out to like where the basic training stuff is. So we was like standing in like this reception area at first. Basically, the drill sergeants, they yelling at you the whole time. The whole time they yelling at you. You running everywhere. Okay, so during that time at reception, we was like basically getting ready to go over to where we're gonna be actually doing our basic training at. So, so when I got there at reception, everybody was just like kind of scattered out, and we was like in a line, and we had to go up to get our stuff. Basically, I think we had to sign our name or something like that. So when I went up there to sign my name, I don't know what it was, but I walked back to where I was sitting at, and I just heard a drill sergeant say, "Who is McPherson? Who is McPherson?" And I'm looking around like, is he talking about me? I'm like, I don't know if he's talking about my name or what. But he was like, McPherson. I was like, I think I said, that's me, drill sergeant. I think I said, I'm right here. So I forgot what I said. But he was like, that's you walking with a limp or something like that? And I'm like, what? Some reason he noticed, he feel like he noticed that I was walking with a limp or something. I don't know what it was. But he called me out in front of everybody for that. So he was like, okay, we're gonna see about that. So I'm like, the first time, I'm like, I don't know. I ain't know how to react from that. So I'm like, oh man, I'm already in trouble. It's just, we ain't even got over to the real basic training yet. We still like in reception. So, all right, so we got over there. I'm walking to the bus, and I guess another NCO, he noticed I didn't have the Army issue belt. So I'm walking around with my civilian belt on. He like, what kind of belt is that? I'm like, I ain't know what he was talking about. I just put on a belt. He was like, where your other belt at? He was like, yeah, put that on. So took my regular belt off, put the other belt on, and he was like, who? I'm looking at him like, who? What is that? See, at this time, I'm not knowing no Army terminology, no nothing. So he said, who? I'm like, okay. So I walked onto the bus. Okay, they tell us we gotta put our head down. Everybody on the bus put their head down on the as we riding along. So we riding along, then we stop, and then they say, okay, everybody get off the bus, run. Everybody running, everybody grabbing their stuff, running. We ran all the way down to Echo 134. Echo 134 is the company that I was with for basic training. You got people that's in Echo company, you got people that's in Delta, and so forth. So I was in Echo 134. So got to our little station, and They basically tell you put your stuff down, and you basically stand in that position of attention. So at this time, I have no clue what the position of attention is. I don't know what it is. So I'm standing there, and I'm blinking, and I'm looking, and he like, stand in position of attention. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, head and eyes straight forward. So position of attention, you don't supposed to move nothing. You don't supposed to move nothing. Like, you just supposed to stand there straight, just like this. You don't supposed to blink. No, don't supposed to move or nothing. Just gotta look straight. So I didn't know this. So I'm looking straight. And every time they leave me alone, every time they say position of attention, I take a deep breath, like, and they'll get right back on me. Stand in position of attention. Stand in position of attention. And I don't know what was going on with me. I don't know why I couldn't just do what they say. But I say after like the third time of them telling me that, I looked up and it was like every drill sergeant that was there was around me. Like they was like around me at that time. I'm like, I don't know, man. I was just like, oh my God, what's going on right now? So I finally got it down. Okay, don't blink, don't move, don't say nothing, don't breathe or nothing. Just stand there like this. So they finally got off my case. Okay, that was just day 0. We ain't even got into the training yet, and I feel like every drill sergeant knew who I was at that time, just from that incident. So we went on basic training. Went on through the I think it's white phase, the first phase. So we went on through that phase right there. During that phase, I got in a lot of trouble during basic training. Like, I can't sit here and explain every incident what I got on, but I can point out some of the stuff that I did, some of the stuff. So it was an incident where we was in a classroom, and they tell you if you get sleepy, you got to stand up or something like that. So I forgot what happened, but it was a drill sergeant that ended up having to tell me to step outside or something. And I don't know. My mentality was so like, my mentality was screwed up. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess, I don't know. My mentality was, I don't know. So I got up, and I guess the drill sergeant thought that I had grabbed my private part. I don't know what she thought. I probably because the way I was walking or something like that. But she was like, did you just grab yourself or something like that? And she was like, and I was like, nah. So she ended up telling my drill sergeant that, and it got over to him, and he told me, okay, step outside. And at this time, if you went to basic training with me, you know who this drill sergeant I'm talking about. Drill sergeant, I'm just gonna say drill sergeant S. If y'all went to basic training, y'all know who he is. You know, he was, you know what I'm saying, one of the toughest drill sergeants. So he got me out there in the hallway, and he kind of like jumped at me like this, like he wanted to hit me or something. So I ain't flinching nothing like that, cause it ain't nothing like, I ain't never take it that serious. Like, I know that they supposed to yell at you and stuff like that, but they can't put their hands on it. So he took me to the office or something like that. I mean, not to the office, but to like where we sleep at and stuff like that. And he was like basically just questioning my mentality, asking me like why I'm like this, why I'm this, and why I'm that. And he was just basically just, you know what I'm saying, like telling me this and telling me that, you know what I'm saying. It was a hostile situation, just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I had somebody there with me. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? It was just hostile, man. I ain't gonna get all into it, but it was a situation, you know what I'm saying? And so that was another incident. So, but that's, you know what I'm saying, that was another incident that happened. But on down the line, I started to get better and better and better. Like, I also caught Article 15 during basic training. It wasn't my fault. They went through my stuff. They found a condom in my wallet. Now I tried to explain to them, like, I'm like, okay, so I know you're not supposed to have them while you at basic training, but in the civilian world, I always had a rubber in my wallet. So I always had that in my wallet. So I just when I got there, I ain't think about it. It's just something that just stayed in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? So they end up finding that and end up giving me an Article 15 for that, a company grade Article 15, where they just basically take some of your pay, and I think they put me on extra duty or something like that. So that's another thing that happened at basic training. But basic training, I say, okay, so that incident happened. Everything started to get better. Like, I realized I found out that I like running. I like exercising. Like, in basic training, like, I couldn't wait for an AGR run. I was ready for it. I probably was in like the best of shape in basic training. So yeah, I gained weight. I was so skinny, but when I first went, but when I came out, I had gained I was looking a little healthier. And shoot, everybody was proud of me. Everybody was proud of me. Once we started getting towards the end, and I graduated, everybody was proud of me. You know what I mean? Because I came a long way. Like I was getting in trouble so much, like to the point where I feel like, no, it was people in my platoon. They didn't have no problems with me, but like it was some people, they knew that if I can get it right, you know what I'm saying, we'll do good as a platoon. You know what I mean? But once I started to get better and started to have some discipline, I don't know what it was, but yeah, basic training was a hell of an experience for me. It was in Echo 1 through 4th. Our slogan was always forward. I got it tatted on me. So that's just let you know how much of an experience that was for me. So I got it tatted on me like that. Like I don't do a lot of stuff to this day because of basic training. Like before I went to basic training, I used to wear hats. Cock and all that. I do not do that no more. Like I lost a lot of stuff about my mentality. I changed a lot of stuff about my mentality after basic training. Like I just see things different. Like I'm a little more, I don't know. I guess the Army changed me for good, changed me for the better after that. But other than that, yeah, that was my basic training experience. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It changed me for the good. It started off rough, but I kind of started getting the hang of it after, like, I say after the first week or so. Like, I started to get the hang of it, singing cadences, waking up, doing PT. It started to get easier if you learn. If you pick it up quick, and you learn that, okay, this is how the Army go. I'm gonna do like this. So, and the less people know you doing basic training, the better. So you don't want no drill sergeants, first sergeant. You don't want none of them knowing your name in basic training. That's the best way to get through. That's a good thing. So you go to basic training, think you trying to be well known. That's the bad way to go. Nah, you don't want them knowing your name in basic training. You don't want to stand out at all. So yeah, it wasn't my problem. It was just my certain things that I did that made me stand out. And I guess I didn't have no discipline at first, But now I feel like my discipline is getting better, and I made it through. So yeah, that's my basic training experience. Please leave some comments down below. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel because we got more stuff to come. Right now, I'm gonna have probably next time this week we're gonna have some interviews for y'all. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna have different soldiers come in and talk about their experience also. So yeah, this has been another episode of Soulja Talk, and that's it. I'll see you guys in formation. Peace.